young women, even young girls, are being conditioned to only want babies and not a nuclear family. No men around. What do you think about that? Check this out.
Eighth grade girls, and I asked them to tell me what their goals were. This one particular young lady said that she wanted to have 2 kids. So I said, so are you going to have a husband? And she said, nope. And I said, please tell me why you would choose in the 8th grade to have a goal of having 2 kids and not be married. She said, because if I'm married to him, I can't collect child support. And then she said, why should I marry a man that I have kids by? He might have issues or something. He might be on drugs. And I said, well, if he's too bad to be your husband, do you really think he's going to make a better father?
Just a quick video, you guys. Where do you think that little girl learned that from? Where do you think she learned? Where do you think an 8th grade young woman, young girl, likely a black girl, learned that from? Where does she pick up the fact that she can't collect child support from a man if she marries him, so she doesn't have any aspirations on creating a family, a nuclear family? Certainly she hasn't seen one herself. Where do you think that this little 8th grade girl who doesn't want a husband or a man around, she just wants to collect child support from him for her baby, 8th grade, gets the idea that he just might be on drugs? Nicole A, child support is the goal.
Welcome to the real world.
Shout out to Andre Hart. Thanks for supporting and subscribing. Nicole, did you see the video clip I just played? Well, child support is the goal for the 8th graders. And Nicole, listen, I understand. But you want men to change? Women want, what up? They want men to change, to make things better. No. No, ladies, it's on you. You are the curators of our culture. You teach the young children in the ways that they'll typically go. This is what our babies are being taught today. And seemingly only black babies. No, don't get married, girl. You can't get child support. Not husband support, right? Which is a whole lot more money than child support. You can't get child support, so I don't want to marry no man. I just want to have his baby. I talk about this all the time. Remember the video clip I showed you guys of Saweetie, the artist, the singer, the rapper, who went on and did, after her last album, I think last year, she went on and did that interview where she said, I want a baby. When the girl from, I think it was BET, asked her, what's next after your album? She was like, I think a baby. And the interview was like, what? Like, well, don't you want to, where's your man? She's like, In other words, the hundreds of thousands of young girls that follow Saweetie is learning from her. Just get the baby, throw away the dad. You don't need the man. I'm gonna highlight these kind of videos as often as I can, just so it gets added into the ether for us to realize how screwed up we are, so we can fix this shit. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, 19.5 million children with more than 1 in 4 live without a father in the home. More than 1 in 4 live without a father in the home. That's 25% of the kids with no dad around. And that's just the general numbers. I'm not talking about African Americans. I'm not talking about black folk. You know, it's a lot worse. Can you imagine that? An 8th grade young baby saying, I don't want a man. I just want to collect his child support. That's right, Nicole. It's coming from her mom. It's coming from her mom. I'm gonna play this one more time and I'm gonna let you guys go, but we gotta talk about this. And ladies, since the men can't get through to you, it's on you to change the programming of these young girls. First, change your own programming. It's important when the oxygen mask, like this video, drops down that you put yours on first, and then save the kids. First, put your own oxygen mask on so you can breathe. And then please save the kids. Call out bad behavior, ladies, when you see it. Resist the sisterhood that forces you to have one band, one sound. We all think alike. No, I know women, you have a hive mentality, and it's how all the bees move is how you're supposed to move. No, if you know that you guys are saying and doing some dumb shit, call it out, please. We trying to do it, but we hate women if we call out bad behavior somehow. We're misogynistic if we see stupid behavior somehow. Ladies, help us help you.
With 8th grade girls, and I asked them to tell me what their goals were. This one particular young lady said that she wanted to have 2 kids. So I said, so are you going to have a husband? And she said, nope. And I said, please tell me why you would choose in the 8th grade to have a goal of having 2 kids and not be married.
Please tell me why you choose in the 8th grade to have 2 kids and not be married. She doesn't want a husband. Husband for what?
She said, because if I'm married to him, I can't collect child support.
Because if I marry a man, I can't collect child support from him.
And then she said, why should I marry a man that I have kids by? He might have issues or something. He might be on drugs. And I said, well, if he's too bad to be your husband, do you really think he's going to make a better father?
I got some numbers for you. 75%. This is for everybody with a child, and this is for everybody who aspires to have children. This is for everybody who currently has children under the age of 18. And this is for everybody who aspires to one day have children. 75% of long-term correctional facility inmates, jailbirds, are from father-absent households. If a room of 100 crooks, a room of 100 criminals, 75 of them came from a house with no dad around. Ladies, you need a man if you are going to be a mother. You need a man if you're going to be a mother. 75% of criminals, long-term, doing bids, 5, 10, 15 years, hardened criminals, came from fatherless homes. 85% of men who forcefully, I won't say the R word, forcefully took sex from a woman were motivated by displaced anger, and they're from fatherless homes. That means a room of 100 men who R'd a woman, the letter R, IST. Of a room of 100 of them, 85 of them came from a house with no dad. 85 of them out of 100, only 15 of them came from a two-parent household. The other 85 men who sexually assaulted a woman came from a household where there was no dad around. Ladies, you need a father in the house. 85% of children who exhibit behavioral disorders, 85% of children who exert or exhibit behavioral disorders, bad-ass kids. Can't control them. Came from a home without a father. 85% of kids in state institutions. This is juvenile detention. In juvie, 85% of a room of 100 of them, 85% of them, 85 of them don't have a dad at home. What's up, Greg? Gregory Joseph's in the house. Here's my final question, ladies and gentlemen, ladies particularly. I know you want children, but what type of children do you want? The numbers don't lie, Greg. Let them know. My man Greg, don't throw him on the screen. The numbers don't lie, like Greg said. Ladies, 75% of long-term correctional facility inmates come from a fatherless home. 85% of men who sexually assaults women, and I'm talking the R word, the hard one, right, come from a fatherless home. 85% of kids who exhibit bad behavior, badass kids, baby kids, came from a fatherless home. 85% of kids in juvenile detention, in jail, came from a fatherless home. Here's my question to you, ladies. You want children? What type of children do you want? Are you going to go with possibility he might be the 15% or the probability? Which one you going to roll with? Because like my man Greg says, the numbers don't lie. What type of children do you want? How do you want them to grow up? What kind of adult do you want to produce? See, we don't have that conversation. That conversation, your badass kids, is never a conversation when we get into these dating and mating discussions. Because everybody claims that their kid is perfect, but the numbers say otherwise. I know it's all about you. Oftentimes, you ladies, it's all about you. All you want to do is just reproduce yourself. You just want to mirror yourself, and you don't even give a fuck about the kid itself or their well-being. How many of you guys are in, you know what? Some women who are baby mamas got lucky enough to get married to somebody who would take you and your kids in, and then you divorce him. You're so addicted to being a baby mama, you ran back to baby mama-ism. Some women got a second chance with a man where a man decided to bring and take and cover you and your kids, and you ran off and divorced him too, because you maybe never was married. Maybe he married you. Maybe that was your first marriage, and he took in a baby mama and her children and made you a wife. And then next thing you know, you divorce him because you're so fucked up in the head. You're so addicted to baby mama-ism, you ran back to become a baby mama. You're more used to being a baby mama than you are a wife. Listen, what type of children do you want? You don't need a man? Okay, if you say so. I'm Mr. Shan, and I hope you learned something. I'm just trying to save you some heartache, headache, money, and time. And you, my friends, are dismissed.